Yeah, at least I am now. Okay, so what was I running? App, art, routes. So app, art, routes. And then Flask run. And it runs here. And now here is a form with a last name, first name, country, birthday, death date. I need an artist. Go to wiki art. Why do that? Anybody, any artists you want me to add in particular? Thanks for your help. We'll add Picasso. Okay. All right, Picasso, here we go. So Picasso, last name is Picasso. First name is Pablo. We'll say from Spain. Where was the birth date? I lost it. Birth date is October 25th, 1881. October 25th, 1881. Death date is in the 70s, I think. April 8th, 1973. April, did I say 8th? Doesn't matter. All right, and then I'm going to insert the artist and spit back out the information here. And if I look in my database, painters, if I right click and show the table, I've inserted in my database Pablo Picasso. We're not going to do today getting any of his paintings. That's probably the next time. Well, the next time is the test. And then the next time will be getting some painters, either additional paintings from our old artists or getting some paintings of our new artists. So that's coming. Okay. So I have to figure out why it didn't work on the other machine. If there's something I need to tell you, I will. But that is what I have. Any questions? So what are you supposed to do? Pretty much the same thing. Picasso doing jazz hands, okay. And I need to, what do I need to do? I want to canvas 341, modules, lab 19. Okay, so you're going to make a basketball player class. So you'll make, I have a define, you'll have a define. I defined an artist, you're going to define a basketball player. You're just making one table, so you don't have to worry about the relationship. Just a basketball player. And you're going to make you don't have to do any populating. I didn't ask you to do any populating. So you don't need the population code, but you need the form code. So I had, for the art, I had something that defined the database. You'll need that. You'll define a basketball player. Populate, you won't need it. I didn't ask you to populate it. You'll need routes. And you'll need a form because you're going to make something for the user to enter. And then have the the form and the form handler, and maybe the layout and some style. You don't need data because you're not populating. Data was from me populating. And so you will create, so in your define, you'll define a basketball player. I want you to have at least 5 fields other than an ID. And one of them should be the position. And then instead of me, I just had all string fields. You're going to have to review a little bit of Flask and WTForms. You're going to have a select field. And so they're not going to be able to enter just anything for the position. They're going to have a little drop-down list that's going to say C, F, G. So those are the choices. So you will just have a form. And so you can, here possible, you can have their college, you can have their salary, their age, their height, their name. You could break the name down into first name, last name. They have a position number. Any 5 fields you want, except one of them must be the position, and position must be from a select field, from a drop-down list. And so you'll be able to insert basketball player by basketball player from the form that you designed. Okay, so that is what you're supposed to do. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to stop recording.